EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to one of our favorite spots, venerable Soldier Field in Chicago. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Minnesota Vikings and the Chicago Bears. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Now a 1st down throw. Gone. Gets it quickly to Galladay.
Pass.
That one good for 10 yards. And that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so. In need of only about the length of the football here on 2nd down. Now it's gone. It's complete here to T.Y. Hilton. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 15 yards on the play, 1st down.
A gain of 15.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
He was brought down.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 15 yards on the play, 1st down.
36-yard line.
Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
A really good pickup of 28 yards. From the 8, they've got it 1st and goal. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. T. Higgins was the intended target, but now it's 3rd and goal. Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal. They'll fake the give. Now gone. And oh, he coughed it up. And this is picked up by the Bears. And not much on the return there. He'll take it only up to the 9-yard line. Good job starting on that scramble. Had his eyes on that 1st down marker, CD, but lost the most important thing, the football.
Yeah, wasn't quite there. Focused solely on getting to the 1st down marker. Forgot to cover up and take care of the ball.
First carry now for Nick Chubb.
Number 24.
It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
At the 16-yard.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they will pay dividends as the game progresses.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. From the gun, it's a give to Chubb. Big hold of the 30. And he'll get this down to the 39-yard line. A big play that time out of Chubb. 45 yards. The ultimate speedster showing that speed in front of this home crowd. They love that.
Made me stand up on that run because right now all I want to do is wave to the crowd. More noise, more noise. You got to reward him for that one. A big-time monster run.
He's got his tight end on the corner route. It's complete. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
That's another.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
At the 18-yard line.
They give the Chubb out of the gun. Bulldozes past him. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. If you start assessing what went wrong last week, Charles, in their loss, had nothing to do with the ground game. They ran it well.
And you also have to say to yourself as a team, don't go away from what worked. That's not the reason the game was lost.
Got his man, and it's caught for a Chicago touchdown. John Ross, touchdown number 15 of the year. And the Bears have taken the early lead. And he's got it to make it 7-0 in favor of the Bears.
7. Vikings, nothing. Robbie Gould to kick off for Chicago.
After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
25-yard line. The Vikings take over 1st and 10. At their own 25.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. They'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and
from the 44. Goff. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Incomplete.
That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
Going for Hilton, and it's intercepted. Buda Baker with a pick. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. Keep in mind, he had the 3-interception game last week, so we requested to talk with him this week. He was all smiles. He's still all smile.
Yeah, we didn't jinx him at all, did we?
No.
Because ordinarily that happens. Things fall off, but not in this case. I think a lot of it goes back to his technique. His ability to see the quarterback throw the ball, but understanding where the receiver is running his route allows him to make...
And now nothing but green ahead of him. Past the 20. Touchdown, Chicago. Nick Chubb with his 16th touchdown of the year. And the Bears are able to show off their quick strike ability.
I know I should keep the focus and the spotlight on the hero that just scored, but tackling's been an issue for this defense all game long. I can't set that aside. We just saw it again here. Missed tackles leads to his long touchdown run.
Gould with the extra point, and it's now 14-0. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. Here comes Ryan Switzer to return it. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
Ryan Switzer on the return. The Vikings take over 1st and 10. At their own 20.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown. So decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan? Or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
32-yard line.
Off play action. Here's Goff. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Dane Cruikshank. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line.
Intercepted. The Bears take over 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. A run for Nick Chubb. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Jalen Thompson on the tackle.
2nd down and 5. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
26-yard line.
go with Chubb on second down. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be third down.
Brings up third down and 5.
Shotgun snap to Lock. Oh, it's a touchdown if he holds on. Instead, it's fourth down.
Intended for Evan Ingram.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
So a good kick there to polish off the drive with 3 points.
Yeah, coaches always talk about finishing a drive with a kick. 2 of them give you points, either an extra point or, in this case, a field goal.
The Vikings take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to.
Well, no, but hold on, let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me on a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
And nearly picked off there. Almost intercepted. Instead, second down.
Second down and 10.
Second and 10 from the 33-yard line. From the gun, it's a handoff to Coleman. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30.
Ball carrier.
Whenever we talk about the best strong safeties, one word constantly comes up, and that's instincts. Being able to diagnose run or pass and make the appropriate moves.
He crashed down hard there. He was ready for that running play. In need of a conversion on third down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. And he'll find Galladay. That's complete. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Stepping, and he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Taysom Hill with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Vikings are able to cut into that deficit.
Partner, it wasn't that long ago that when I talk with these NFL coaches about different innovations in the college game, you can see their eyes roll and they just shut down right away. Don't bring me that Joe College stuff. Well, guess what? The college game has definitely infiltrated its way into the NFL.
Yeah, and these guys, when you're seeing the option defensively, you got to stick to your assignments. I know that's cliche. They didn't do it there.
And option football means exactly what you just talked about. Assignment football for defenders. And that drives them crazy because you have to think your way through a play as opposed to just reacting and making the play.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try and increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
32-yard.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, second and 3. Now Chubb. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
First down, they'll run with Chubb. And he's going to take this one up only to about the 44-yard line. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Brings up second.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. 16 yards, a first down.
You don't always expect tight ends to be big in terms of run after the catch, but after that play, he joins a growing band of players that's putting that stereotype right on its ear.
Now he dumps this off over the middle. 20! Then he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. It's a gain of 35.
Well, you don't have to be a genius to watch this game and figure out they've had plenty of success moving the football here in the first half. We've seen exhibits A, B, C, and right on down the line, haven't we?
Yeah, we just saw exhibit Z right there. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Chicago. Nick Chubb, his 2nd touchdown of the game, 17th on the year. And the Bears will extend their lead. And he puts it through.
Makes the score Bears 24, Vikings 7. Robbie Gould to kick off for Chicago.
After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
And incomplete, he dropped it. Maybe a rookie mistake there, 2nd down. From the gun, here's Goff. He'll drop this down to Coleman. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 12 yards there and a first down.
A gain of 12.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. He'll fire one downfield for... That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, Vikings. Noah Fant with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Vikings are able to close the gap just a bit. It's up and good, so they claw back into it, 24-14 now.
Score Bears 24, Vikings 14.
So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match than a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. To throw again. Lock. Oh, fires this one downfield for Chubb. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training. So he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard.
At the Bears' 18-yard line.
That pass play wound up for negative yardage, so here's 2nd and 11. A shotgun snap for Goff. The throw to the left side, caught by Coleman. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Tevin Coleman with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Vikings are able to make this a close game again.
The kick is good.
Extra point splits the uprights. And that cuts the lead to 3, 24-21. So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he returns this to the 22.
The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And you know, it's certainly a lot of football left to play. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're in first place in their division, looking really good and looking to be a threat come January.
And are you one of those early holiday shoppers? Are you one of those guys get your list done? Because I think about what every team has on their holiday shopping list right now. What's the number 1 goal? Make the playoffs. Number 2, win your division. Number 3, and I think the biggest goal of all, try to get the number 1 seed so you get that first-round bye and ensure you don't have to go anywhere in January and hopefully get to the Super Bowl that way.
And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like, right at the 40.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
To throw again on 2nd down. Lock. He'll get this to Chubb out of the backfield. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. That one a first down pickup of 8.
Well, they certainly made a point of getting him involved in the passing game here in the first half. They must have seen something in the scouting that said, hey, we can capitalize on him getting the ball possibly in the open field. And I think in the second half, that may loosen up the defense a little bit to get the running game going back inside.
Going deep downfield for Ross. And that is caught. Touchdown, Bears. John Ross. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Bears will add on to their lead. And they're able to up the lead by 1 more.
Makes the score Bears 31, Vikings 21. Robbie Gould to kick off.
After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on 1st down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops, and if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Out of the gun, Goff. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. That one a first down pickup of 8. Now the Vikings will use the 2nd of their timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Being chased out left. Yet again, Goff is intercepted. Picked off by Dane Cruikshank. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
Take over 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this first half. A final shot before half for Locke. Going deep downfield. That's caught inside the 20. And he's in for the touchdown on the final play of the first half. The prayer is answered.
How did they get that done?
A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that's the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
Set to resume. Here we go with the second half. The Bears holding the lead and ready to receive the kick. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. And again, it's Chubb. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
He'll find Smith-Schuster. That's complete. That catch good for only a couple.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Chicago. Nick Chubb, 58 yards as the Bears push further out in front. Go ahead and give him the hat trick. He's been in the end zone now 3 times.
You toss your fedora first, okay? You go ahead and do that. But let's be honest about it. That third one, that's the most spectacular run he's had in the ballgame. It's almost as if he's been playing his own game of, can I top this? And each run has been more spectacular than the last.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And their halftime hole now even deeper. And they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
Back to the air. Goff on 2nd down. And this will be caught at the 30. And they do finally get him, but he takes it to the 25.
A gain of 50 yards.
Exactly 50 yards on that last play as they just go from 125 to the other for 1st and 10. Here's Goff. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. T. Higgins, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Vikings are able to cut into that deficit. So Goff will lead his guys up to the line to go for the 2-point conversion. He'll try and run it in with Coleman. And he'll find his way in for 2. And we're back to a 2-score game. The lead's cut to 16. So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
They run it again with Chubb. He'll have a 1st down past the 40, and he's got it across the 50 to the 47-yard line. That one good for 26 and a 1st down. They had a chance to limit his yardage, but he was able to fight off that tackle.
So it's not just the responsibility of the guys who missed the tackles along the way. It's all 11 on defense, able to stop this guy, unable to do it on that play. They've got to find a way. How about his ability to break through and gain that yardage?
10 more there and another 1st down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Now to the air. Lock. Open man completes it to Smith-Schuster. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10.
A gain of
25 yards that time.
That's another Bears 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 12-yard line.
On the ground, it's Chubb. And he's brought down. 11 more yards that go around, a 1st down as well. A lot to praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. The lone man in the backfield here is Chubb on 2nd and goal. They get it to him running left. And he will fight his way in. Not giving up there, and he's got a Bears touchdown. Nick Chubb taking it in. And the Bears will extend their lead. And that PAT pushes the lead up to 23 now.
Makes the score Bears 52. Vikings 29.
After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. Looking up into the lights, and he muffs it. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Their own 25-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Glad you're with us from Soldier Field in Chicago. 3rd quarter here, 2nd and 10. Now left side on the swing pass. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that'll make it 3rd and 13. Open man is Galladay, complete. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. They pick up 10, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
But it brings up
the offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. They're going to go for it. It's Goff. He finds Coleman. And he will have a 1st down here at about the 40. And the drive stays in motion with a nice 8-yard pickup on 4th. Steps away to his left. Looking left sideline, incomplete. He was trying to find Noah Fant, the tight end. And that'll bring up 2nd down. 3rd quarter on a Monday night with a 2nd and 10 coming up. Throwing again is Goff. Oh, he'll let one go deep for Hick. And that's caught inside the 30. And he's got this to the 30 before being taken down. A gain there of 30 big ones.
1st down.
On 1st and 10, Goff
Still all sorts of time left in this game, and you'd like to be able to say take it one play at a time. But the truth is, they're probably going to have to hit on a few big plays in the passing game to close this gap, and that's a good start right there.
Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10. Goff throwing again. Over the middle, the catch by Coleman. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 18. 12 yards there and a first down. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
For Noah Fant, incomplete. It's now 2nd and 10.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. To the air again. Goff. They'll find a man over the middle. It's Galladay. And he's brought down.
Complete to Kenny Galladay.
It'll be 1st and goal when we come back. This is the National Football League on EA Sports.
52. Vikings 29.
Take this one into the end zone for a Viking touchdown. Taysom Hill with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And the Vikings are able to close the gap just a bit. After the run, Goff going to throw. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Rock Ya-Sin. And a short return to the 6-yard line.
Bears 52. Vikings 35.
So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And right about now, heck, they might be wishing they did not have a bye. The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. Defense went 3-4. They got some push from the inside.
And this is something in a 3-4 you don't normally get, because the nose tackle who got the sack, he's usually responsible or ends up getting double-teamed and sometimes triple-teamed. How about him working his way back and putting the big guy on the ground?
They'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for 3rd down.
3rd and 3.
They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. And he's going to be stopped short of a first down as they'll get to him at about the 33. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave him with a 4th down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker, and what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds.
At their own 27-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Even though they were able to force the punt defensively, still a big hole to climb out of, especially at this late stage of the contest. Flush to his right. He's got his big tight end, Fant. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. Another first down, this time on a gain of 19.
A gain of 19.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. He had to absorb another little bump there from the defense, another incomplete pass. We've seen a lot of that tonight.
They've come after him all night long. Nothing but pressure in his face. He's trying to stand up there and make throws. It's hard enough to do when the pocket is clear. When you got all those people in front of you, almost impossible to have a good completion percentage.
And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. A very solid gain of 27. Again, Goff toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal. And now a first chance for the backup here to throw. On the right side, it's Hilton with a catch. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings.
T.Y. Hilton.
T.Y. Hilton.
Minnesota.
His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Vikings are able to cut into that deficit. And the lead is trimmed down to 10.
Is good. Makes the score Bears 52, Vikings 42. Rodrigo Blankenship.
So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, they trail by 2 scores here in the 4th quarter. This drive becomes very critical. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
At the 28-yard line.
Brandon, you know how many times we've done games, and at the start of the 4th quarter, we see both teams hold up the 4 fingers. 4th quarter is ours. Well, how about this drive? You saw the 4 fingers for 4-minute offense, and this offensive line has really hunkered down and established themselves.
Now, this is where they say, put the game on our shoulders, we'll lead the way, right?
No doubt about it. And let me tell you, if you're a running back, all you want to do is get behind those big fellas, have a little vision, and find some space.
And a solid way to do that on the first play of the drive there. On 3rd down, it's Nick Chubb. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. 3 yards on 1st, 4 on 2nd, and now 5 on 3rd down. Move the sticks. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. On the carry, it's Chubb. He's got a first down and then some in midfield. And finally taken down at the 35-yard line. That one 28 yards on the ground.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage.
No gain on.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Lock to throw on 2nd down. They'll complete this to Ingram as tight end. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. That's 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Throwing his lock on 3rd down. He's going to drop this one down for Chubb. And he will have the first down, but he winds up taking a pretty good shot that time. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Now they return to the ground game. Chubb. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. A gain of 10 as they look to add on to this 10-point lead.
10 yards.
Good position to be in here, 2nd and inches.
At the 14-yard line.
To throw his lock. This will be caught at about the 5. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. following the penalty, Chubb. And this time the yards won't come so easy as they'll, in fact, tackle him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
It's a loss of 2.
Chubb.
2nd and 12.
And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Nick Chubb with touchdown number 20 on the year, and the Bears will add on to their lead.
Is it okay if I break one of our rules, partner, which is to never call a game over until it's over? Because this certainly feels like it's over after that drive.
Yeah, that was spirit-crushing, wasn't it? And now you just kind of felt the air go out of the balloon.
Yeah, they were fighting so hard to stay in there, and they knew they had to stop them on that drive. But when they were unable to, I think you're exactly right. You could see them sag on their sideline, and I think this one might just be over.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Vikings take over 1st and 10. At their own.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. 2nd and 10. Goff again. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
After what they faced during this game where they've given up a ton of yards downfield, there has to be a measure of revenge right there for the secondary. They've been shredded throughout the game and finally forced an incompletion.
And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. The Vikings going to signal for their first of their timeouts.
It's a gain of
as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in the game. Now a play fake, and it's gone. He's going to let it fly. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Rock Ya-Sin. And he will take this all the way up past the 40-yard line.
Goff's pass. Intercepted. The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 42-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. 2 timeouts remaining defensively, but that shouldn't make much difference right here.
It really shouldn't, but a lot of coaches look at it similar to baseball with the intentional walk.
Always bringing in other sports.
Hey, listen, think about the intentional walk, right? What if one gets past the catcher? What if he uncorks a wild one and now you still have an opportunity? That's why they like to use them all the way through.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Bears, they continue to put themselves in position for a first-round